Hi guys, welcome to episode 9 of the Fiberista Files. Today is Sunday, June 27th. It's a little bit late at night, so I've got my overhead light on. I'm sorry if my face looks a little weird to you tonight, but that's what you have it. I'm also just fresh out of the shower, so my hair is all wet, but the podcast must go on. Alright, dye pots. I haven't dyed much this week. I dyed one skein of yarn. I dyed a skein of sea glass sock yarn with my last little remaining bit of sock yarn that I had on the cone, that last 5th cone that I had before the frolic. I'll tell you why I did that in a minute, but I did. So that got done this week. Other than that, I haven't done a whole lot. I'm low on dye, and I have no fiber left really whatsoever with which to dye. I tried to put in an order this week, or last week, I guess, because today's Sunday. I tried to put in an order last week, but my debit card with my business account was not activated appropriately. I did what it said, but apparently it was wrong, and so it got declined, and now my fiber supplier is on vacation, so it will have to wait until next week. But I am planning on placing a dye order this week. I also have some sock yarn that has knots in it. So I haven't dyed them up yet, but they're skeins that either I misjudged the yardage, so they had to be fixed, or there was a problem with the yarn and it broke. Skeins that have 1 or 2 knots in them. I'm going to use them as test subjects for some new colorways. I really liked the Summit that had the mostly dark navy blues and dark gray with the little pops of color, that yellowy orange. I'm going to try some more color examples of that, maybe some darks with some lime greens and things like that. So rather than do a whole pound or 4 skeins at once and have them look ugly, I'm going to try one at a time and keep good notes of those colorways so that they're repeatable. So I will be doing some test skeins, and I think those will be available in the Etsy shop when they're done. That's going to be a week or 2 probably before that happens, but that's about all I've got for the dye pots. Processes. I've been working so hard to get a ball band, which shouldn't be difficult. It's not a hard thing to do, but yeah, it is if you're not a digital genius. What I mean by ball band is, well, let me see, is this really, this is really old Lion brand, don't judge me. Just a ball band. It's a band that has the colorway information and the logo and some stuff about it, and it goes around a skein of yarn. No big deal, right? That's funny. I worked for about 10 hours last week and came up with what I thought was a nice ball band. It had some trees, it was a nice frame, it said Highland Handmaids, blah, blah, blah. And everybody hated it. In fact, I think my husband said it looked like crap. And, he wasn't wrong. I just couldn't see that it was no good because I was too close to it, and I had worked so hard on making a yarn label. I wanted a yarn label that was professional, that looked like a grown-up did it, that was easily printable. I wanted just a black and white label, and I'm not messing around with color and all that. That's more expensive and more than I need, I think. Not to mention it's kind of wasteful of ink. And I wanted one that accentuated the main factor of my yarn. There are yarn shops that would carry my product if it was easily identifiable as a Maine-made product. Although my fiber doesn't come from Maine, the dyes do, and I am in Maine, so it's a Maine product. And I know that that is marketable, so I was really looking for something to put on my yarn that looked more professional than that little tag that just hung off it at the frolic. I worked really hard, and it was bad, and I was complaining on Plurk about the badness of it all, and my friend Allie came to the rescue, and she said, "Show me what you got. Just show me." Well, I showed her. I sent it to her, and she said, "Oh, that's not so bad." And I perked up for a minute. She said, "Give me a minute." And within, I think, maybe 10 minutes, she sent me back this gorgeous ball band. It is a ball band that has multi-directional text that says Highland Handmaids, made in Maine, handmade fibers, or hand-dyed fibers, handcrafted tools. If you roll it this way, it has the Highland Handmaid's name on it, the colorway name, which is marooned, and then the fiber content information and the Etsy shop address as well. And if you keep rolling it this way, and then look at this, it has care instructions, which are upside down to you. Sorry, reverse image. It says, machine wash, cold, line dry, lay flat to dry, that sort of thing. And this is marooned. It's pretty. Exactly what I wanted. It took her 10 flippin' minutes to do. And because she loves me, she sent me the file so that I can edit this to do other types of yarn and my fibers as well. My sock yarn, my workhorse sock yarn, I've edited a little bit now to be called the sugar maple sock yarn, which is my workhorse sock yarn. I'd like to increase my line to some bamboo blends or maybe some silk blends, and to differentiate those from this one to give them a different tree name and to differentiate them that way. Sort of like where, there's like super sock yarn and silk sock. Like there's different yarn companies with different names for the different types of sock yarn. Like I know that what's it called? String Theory yarn has like Nexus and things like that for their sock yarn. So mine's sugar maple sock. I would like to do I think I have black cherry lace as well. The superwash merino fiber is going to be called Eastern White Pine. The punta will be called Pitch Pine because it's a grabby fiber, get it? They're all going to have different tree names, and they're all going to be trees that are local here in the Highlands of Maine. So awesome. Thank you, Ellie, for doing that for me. Huge, huge, huge relief. It's good to have friends that are good with digital gods. I'm just saying. Okay, business. Really quick, I am so talky tonight. I'm sorry. This is the second time I've tried this already. All right. Business. I have been in contact with a yarn shop in Southwest Harbor that may or may not carry my fibers. I spoke with her in person last weekend. She seemed excited. She wanted me to send her a skein of my stuff. I did that. I dyed a sea glass for her and sent that off with some information about Highland Handmaids and where we are and sort of where we are philosophically. And hopefully she will get back to me in the next week or so. Or hopefully, yeah, that would be nice in a week or so. Shh. And I can have a presence in a brick and mortar store, which would be phenomenal to say the least, and would be a consistent thing. Even though I think Southwest Harbor is somewhat seasonal, I'm not sure if I haven't actually asked her if she's open year round or not. If she's open year round, it would be a consistent order, a pretty big order too, that I think would be good for me. So keep your fingers crossed for that, and I will let you know when I get it. Now, grabby hands is all that's left, and I left 2 minutes to do grabby hands because holy awesome bagging. I told you last week that I was getting fiber from Andrea at Plays Well with Colors, and I got it. This is 100% Falkland roving in the colorway Salt Marsh, and it's beautiful greens and bright blues and blacks and some undyed areas. It's gorgeous. It's almost like striped. It's just pretty. So, so pretty. And I've been playing with it, as you can tell. I've already started drafting up some fibers to get sort of used to it, find the staple length and whatnot. So I can't wait to get that spun up. It's going to have to wait a while. I have some production spinning to do first, and who knows when that will be done. But that is Plays Well with Colors on Etsy. I'll show you her tag. This is the tag that comes with the fiber. I love this idea that she can just write it all on there no matter what she does. And it's got her shop title as well as the Etsy address. So go to Plays Well with Colors. Briggs, do you really need to play with the stick on the chair? Apparently she does. And the other thing I have for you is kind of cool. I don't know how many of you have foam blocking mats. I know Knit Pick sells some. I think they sell 9 12-inch square mats for like $19.99, which quite frankly is ridiculous to me. Sorry if you're Knit Picks and you're watching this. But Girasole and the Even Star Shawl are both between 5 and 6 feet in diameter. And Briggs, go away. Both of them are very wide in diameter, and they're circular shawls, and 9 squares just isn't going to cut it. So I've always been keeping my eye out for new for foam blocking mats, and I found some at Rite Aid of all places. Rite Aid Pharmacy has these Toy Story 3 foam mats. This is a set of 8 12-inch square foam mats. They were buy one get one half off. And the retail price was $9.99. So I got 32 square feet for $32, which is 3 times as many squares for less than double the cost. Wait, I don't know. 9 for 20 or 32 for 30. You do the math and tell me what a great deal I got, because I'm pretty excited about this. These are available, I guess, at all Rite Aids, and I think other places too. It also has hopscotch. That's what the number 8 is, and so I have little hopscotch squares. I will be putting a sheet over this to cover it so that the dye on this so that Woody doesn't transfer onto my Girasole, because I'd be really upset if that happened. But I'm freakishly excited about these. I cannot wait to actually finish a shawl so that I can block it and tell you how it went. That's all I have for me today. The cat's driving me crazy. So until next week, guys, happy spinning and knitting, and send me some yarn porn. Send me some grabby hands to look at, would you? Thanks. See you later, guys. Thanks for tuning in.